Going on, guys? As you can see, it's just a little bit after 4 a.m. I'm very tired, but we're on day 3 of trying to lose some weight, trying to get back into shape. So I'm already down about 4 pounds in the last couple weeks. So I'm gonna head to the gym, get my workout in, and then come back home and get ready for work. See you guys in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, little Landon. Doop-a-doop. Hi, Lincoln. Hi, baby. Dee-doo boop, pa-pa, doo-doo, dee, 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 doo-doo, doo-doo, doo. What's so funny? Lincoln boop. I love me boop boop. What's up, guys? It's a couple hours later. It's about 6:30. I had my workout, went back home, took a shower, got ready for work. Said good morning to the boys, said goodbye to my wife, told everybody to have a great day, and now I am, like I said, on my way to work. But something happened at the gym while I was there that I wanted to kind of tell you guys about and share my opinion on what was right and what was wrong, and just kind of, life lessons with Mr. Rago, if you will. So the story actually starts about 2 years ago. I used to work out at a powerlifting gym, and I won't be using any names of any gyms or any people in this story, but I used to work out in a powerlifting gym the next town over. One of the main draws was that you could go there 24/7. It wasn't staffed always. There wasn't always somebody working there, but if you had a key card, you could enter the gym by swiping your key card at the door, and the door would open up. Well, since it was a new gym, sometimes the key card didn't work. The door wouldn't unlock. It would scan, but for whatever reason, it wouldn't actually activate the unlock mechanism on the door. So there was one day where me and my wife got there at about 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, like we typically do, and the door wouldn't open, except it was in the middle of winter and it was very, very cold outside. So we were just sitting outside hoping that somebody would see us through one of the windows to let us in. Well, there was a gentleman there and his girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure who it is, who were notoriously kind of loud and obnoxious at the gym. They're the kind of guy at the gym that they want to make sure everybody's looking at them when they're working out. Not that what they're doing is impressive or anything, but they're just kind of showboating and showing off. And that's fine, every gym has those people. But those people made eye contact with me and my wife as we're standing outside at 4 in the morning, freezing cold, because the door won't open, and they kind of just smirk and look away, okay? So I'm pounding on the door, not aggressively, but just like, hey, come on, man, come let us in. And finally, somebody else did come let us in, a nice gentleman that was working out there. And as me and my wife entered the gym, I said to the guy that didn't let us in, I said, it's cold, man. Like, you couldn't just let us in? Like, you saw us standing there. And this dude just went off. It's not my job, bleep, blop, swearing up and down, getting in my face, talking about he wanted to fight me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm obviously much older than this guy. I'm in my 30s. He's probably in his early 20s. So I didn't really have anything to prove, and I have a lot more to lose. I have kids, a wife, a house, a job, a career. I can't just be fighting people. So I did the big thing and the respectful thing, and I didn't back down, but I diffused this situation, and they just wouldn't let it go. So eventually, after this happening over and over and over again, this guy being confrontational not only with me but with other people, he ended up getting kicked out of the gym. So I hadn't seen this guy in a couple years. Well, let's fast forward now 2 years later, and I'm at the gym this morning, completely different gym, completely forgot about that these people even existed. But I'm at the gym this morning, and I hear through my music, through my headphones, which I listen to metal music while I'm working out and very loudly, so that could tell you how loud they were being. I hear just like noise, like talking, right? So that's kind of unusual at a gym when it's so loud. So I happen to just glance over, and sure enough, guess who it is? It's the guy and his wife or girlfriend or whoever it is. So I try to just ignore it. They weren't yelling at me or talking at me, but he kept looking over at me. And if you're a guy, maybe even a girl, but if you're a guy, you kind of know that look when somebody's looking at you, and there's just slight differences in their body and their face where you can tell it's not a nice, respectful look. He's like sizing me up, like he wants to try to fight me again. So I'm on the treadmill, he's on the treadmill, we're on two different sides of the gym. I finish my little warm-up treadmill activity where I just walk uphill, and he's just staring at me, just sizing me up. So I go over to him very calmly, very respectfully, and I said, look, man, can we just let the past be in the past? And again, he just went off, swearing at me, just being rude and disrespectful, not really wanting to hear anything that I had to say. And that's fine. Like, you don't have to like me, and you don't have to listen to me, and you could ignore me and whatever. But the thing that really bothered me is that the gym that we work out at is branded itself. It's made its mark in the fitness industry, if you will, as a no judgment, a judgment-free zone. So if you guys know anything about gyms, that'll tell you where I'm working out. The colors are purple and yellow, if that helps. So it's supposed to be a judgment-free zone. So I just let it go. I said, look, I'm just trying to be cordial. It's very obvious that you don't want any part of that, and I respect that, and that's fine. The gym is big enough for both of us. And I walk away. And as I'm walking away, the guy says to me, yeah, it looks like the holidays haven't been too kind to you. And then he says fat, and then a swear word, right? So I'm not going to say the word, but you guys can probably figure out what he said. And that's fine. He's right. I've gained about 40 pounds since the last time I've seen him. I am 5'7" and a half, 5'8" if I'm wearing shoes on a good day, and I weigh just under 240 pounds. I am in no means in good shape, right? And I don't claim to be. I haven't worked out in several months. Those of you that know me on a personal level know that I've been going through some stuff mentally, a lot of anxiety. I have OCD that was triggered in May, brand new to my life. So I'm just kind of adjusting to this new mental lifestyle. And in the process, I let myself go physically. Is it right? No. But is it common? Yes, of course. If you're trying to take care of your mental self, typically you don't want to put the mental energy into planning meals and prepping food and things like that. So anyway, he's not wrong. I am fat, right? But it's not because of the holidays. It's because I've been going through a lot of stuff. And I didn't explain that to him. I just walked away. But it really got me thinking, and this is a long story. We're already at about 7 minutes now of this story, but you kind of needed the background info. It really got me thinking how much my weaknesses have actually strengthened me. And I know that sounds weird. My weaknesses are all mental, right? Of course, I'm physically weak right now because I'm fat and out of shape. But when I say my weaknesses have strengthened me and made me stronger, I mean mentally, right? If that was me in my 20s, that outcome could have been very different. I don't know if I would have backed down. And I'm not condoning fighting. I'm not saying to be aggressive. But there is a time and a place to defend yourself. But what I've noticed, sorry, I'm getting hot in here, so if you can hear outside noise, I open the windows. What I've noticed is that my OCD, my anxiety, and my mental issues have also made me stronger. I've learned that it's just simply not worth it. I used to be that hot-headed guy like him. I used to be the kind of guy that if somebody confronted me in the gym, I would fly off the handle. I was very aggressive, and I had a temper. You know, an Italian man in his teens and 20s were known to kind of have a short fuse and fly off the handle, right? But I've grown. I'm 34 years old. I'm almost 35 years old. And it made me really realize how weak this guy actually is. And anybody else that sort of has that bully mentality of picking on who they portray or who they see as being weak. And really, yeah, I might be weaker than him physically, and that's all that matters to him, but I know that I'm so much stronger than him mentally. He's got me. He's a big dude, right? He's about 5'2". He's short, but he's thick. He's a big dude. So he's definitely got me on the physical aspect, but that just shows that he has to go out of his way to bully and call somebody fat in a gym who's obviously there at 4 a.m. to try to better themselves. To do that just shows me how small and little and just how mentally weak he is. So the moral of the story is, you know, can I say that it didn't affect me? No, of course it affected me. I'm making a video about it, right? Nobody wants to be called fat, especially if you know that you're fat, right? Like I'm not, but I put on my size 38 pair of pants every day, right? I know that that's not where I need to be. When I met my wife, I was 160 pounds, just shredded, in the best shape of my life. And if I can find some pictures, I'll go ahead and throw them up on the screen for you now, just so you know I'm not lying. But anyway, the moral of the story is, if you're getting low enough to where you have to belittle people, call them fat, call them names, just to laugh with your wife and feel better about yourself, that just shows me that you're really weak, right? And there's a saying that I've heard many times at my school that I teach at: choose kind, right? Always choose kind. You never know what somebody's going through. That guy has no idea that the last 6 months of my life have been the absolute hardest 6 months of my life to get through, but it has made me stronger. Just choose kind. Don't ever be rude to somebody for the sake of being rude. It makes you look weak. It does not make you look strong. And it just makes you look like a jerk because you're being a jerk. So that's just my little story. Thought I would share it with you guys. I know this is like on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as quality goes. I'm at like a 1. I don't have any equipment or anything like that. I'm just filming this vertically on my iPhone. But, you know, maybe I'll do some more story time stuff or maybe some vlogging stuff if you guys enjoyed a video like this. So let me know in the comments below if this is something more you'd like to see. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in a little bit, actually, because I'm on my way to work. So I'll see you guys in class. Bye.